Hi, boys and girls. So today I want to share with you what we did in our live class this morning. So for our live class, I read the story Inky the Octopus, and it's actually based on a real story about an octopus that escaped the New Zealand National Aquarium. So I have some actual footage to show you at the end. But first, we're going to listen to Inky the Octopus, and then we'll talk a little more about his real life escapades. So here we go. Inky the Octopus. I live in a world of see-through walls, in a tank with a lockdown lid. I'm fed like a king 3 meals a day of lobster, shrimp, and squid. I know I have a good life and I should want for nothing more, but something tugs at my curious heart that I simply can't ignore. Out of this tank, I must be free. I must explore the open sea. I've always liked 8-arm charades and seaweed hide and seek. I've had fun playing gravel hockey and tentacle tag each week. But I long to see a brand new world of plants and rocks and fish. Discovering things I've never known has become my only wish. Out of this tank, I must be free. I hear the ocean calling me. What is this? Tonight, it seems, my tank lid is ajar. This could be my one chance for change. Dare I hope that far? I tell my tank mate Blotchy we should bid our tank adieu. I tell him we'll be happier exploring someplace new. Blotchy says he'd rather stay within his comfy home. He doesn't feel the pull to see the far and great unknown. And so this quest I must take on is one I'll take alone. I'll be a solo traveler when I set off to roam. Out of my tank I must be free. My heart flies to the open sea. Here I go to the top of the tank. I slide the one arm outside. The air in the room feels dry and cool. The space feels free and wide. I lift through arms 2, 3, and 4. Next 5, 6, 7, 8. My head is last, and then I'm sliding down the tank's glass plate. Oh, he's making a break for it. The floor feels strange beneath me. Odd noises fill the room. The air smells different from my tank. It's freedom in full bloom. I sneak across the rough wood floor as fast as I can go. My 8 arms latch and then release. My sense of excitement grows. So he slid out of the tank and now he's making his way across the floor. But can I leave my life, my friends, and all I've ever known? My heart say yes. Today's the day to strike out on my own. So here's the drain pipe, and we'll talk more about that later. The sea lies just ahead of me, so in and down I dive. I'm falling fast toward what's to come. I've never felt so alive. I plunge, I swim, I breathe, I whirl, I float, I spin, I glide. I follow my heart wherever it leads. I'll travel far and wide. Out of my tank, at last I'm free. Long may I journey the splendid sea. And that's our story about Inky. So Inky is actually a real octopus. This is based off of a true story. This is a really interesting book. It also gives you other octopuses that have tried other escapes as well. And then over here, this is some more information about octopuses. So the video that I want to show you is actually put together by The Guardian, and it highlights some of the things that Inky did, and it gives you real pictures of footage of the place that he actually escaped from. So I'm going to also try to narrate this a little bit. So an octopus made a brazen escape from the National Aquarium in New Zealand. So this is actually Inky. That's him. So he broke out of his tank. This is an actual picture of his tank right here. And there's an overflow drain. And what had happened was somebody had actually left it slightly ajar. So that drain then goes under, it runs underneath this deck. So he went from there underneath. And then he went down this drain pipe. Remember that part in the story where the janitor was cleaning the floor and he was looking at it and I pointed to the drain pipe? Well, there was a drain pipe that he went. And then that went into the sea. So octopuses have been known to escape from tiny places. This is actual footage of an octopus. This is not Inky. A fisherman had caught on a boat, and now it's going to show you how it's making its way through the other end. There's a hole, that's a hole, and it goes to the outside of the boat. And there it is on the other side. Isn't that fascinating? So they have no bones, and that's how they can maneuver their bodies and fit in these really tiny places. So they're also really, really smart, and they can use tools. And we have evidence of this with Inky, because Inky noticed that his jar, jar thing that he was living in, was slightly open. And so he was able to escape out of that little narrow place. And so is this guy. This is not Inky, but this is another. And here's the one he's finishing to come out from the boat. So he's just about on his way out. And there he goes. Oh. So the cool thing is that the New Zealand Aquarium is not actively searching for Inky. They are just going to let him go. And then if a fisherman brings in another one, then they're more than happy to have another octopus in their aquarium. So this was kind of a neat thing to look at. I hope you enjoyed today's story, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video of Inky and his escape. All right, don't forget to fill out the Google form on Google Classroom for your participation. Thanks. See you soon.